lot of people. So if you want to see, Fallout Equestria finally like animated,
take this back?
it would be a huge help if you donate whatever probably you're comfortable with support because who donate. Yeah, we'll be rolling that out soon. We're gonna pull up the.
Can they see us? There you go. Just like stay on
translating out to say. I don't know if that works.
Hey yo. Did you get the sticker? Or the pin? Yeah. Good. Why not? You're gonna try.
Well, there's a room around the clock.
Are you avoiding
We'll see how good the sandwich thing's gonna be.
They're making sure it's not this good.
Catch the first name and check it out later.
I thought you said here. He's a good guy, right?
So where we're at the project, we're going to fifth chapter of the story. When you just saw that animatic,
I give us full support. Let's go.
Yeah. Woo! We're working on storyboarding. We'll have that done hopefully the next month. And then we can start the animation.
This is Cracker, one of the other figures.
This concept art was done by one of our lead animators, Octopi Latte. This is pretty, out of all the concept art you're going to see, this art style is probably what most closely resembles what the actual art style of the animation is going to look like. This was an earlier concept for a little bit.
If you when I eventually show up our Twitter, this is the one you will see. So we love it so much. The look of the loving disapproval. This one actually was just done recently about my church, right?
Yeah, this one was done by our other lead animator, Dream, who also animated that entire prologue section that you just saw, all the colored stuff, and then all of the non-colored stuff, the animatic stuff, all of that was drawn by them.
This one might be a little bit smaller. Unfortunately, I cannot get this one. But this is Monterey Jack.
Yes, that fellow.
I will longer do the technical stuff because apparently I'm not so good at it. So we got Monterey Jack here. It's at the end of that. There we go.
Who's that guy?
That is a concept image for the Overmare.
I love it.
Done by Radio Scratch, one of our animators who couldn't be on the call today. That is Sawed-Off.
Okay, Sawed-Off.
This one was also done by Octopi Latte, and will probably closely resemble her actual style in the animation.
Watcher. I'll go eyes in the sky. I think that's it. Okay. Oh, what you looking for? I gotta bend my head over because I can't see the other arrow. Yeah. What's in here? Yep.
I think that stable tech logo is a work in progress.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
It's beautiful. Stable tech.
So the first episode is going to be both chapters 1 and 2 of the original book, just kind of smushed into one.
How long will one episode be, time-wise?
I like that. It looks like the first Fallout.
Yeah, and so our artists and animators are doing an incredible job on these concept arts, and I really love it. And I'm distracted by something. I'll check that.
Yeah, when I first started this project, I knew I was probably going to be met with a lot of skepticism at first, just considering the sheer amount of tries in the past that this is already done, and so I was sure I'd probably get some pushback at first, but our team is full of just really motivated and dedicated people, and it just fills me with so much excitement, because I know that with a team of people like this, we can definitely get a lot done.
Takes teamwork to make a dream work.
Right.
You think, yes.
Yeah.
These scary skeletons.
Astronixia, one of our artists. I think she's on the call too.
Possibly. I'll find out. I think maybe so we're having miscellaneous now, which is like, as it says miscellaneous, but it's certain items that are in concept stages for how we should implement them for various items and places throughout the upcoming series. So as you can see here, we got a, so now we have here, really? I'm not touching it. We have the battle saddle. This is one of the most popular things for most you'll see most Pegasi for the series. This will be our concept for creating that, and we are excited to implement it as well.
How many people in here are familiar with Fallout Equestria? Okay, yeah, that's what I was expecting.
It's a little niche.
What? Wait, what? That's what panel's about? I thought this was Smile HD.
Glad we got you that plan.
Yeah, well, they're the same thing on the level. We got some nice little early war field uniforms, which I really am also really excited about because for most of the projects, most of you have grown up with or seen. This is something the first time I've seen in a project. When I came on and I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen like images of what the pre-war looked like, unless you've seen some fan fictions or they have some cover arts. Like this time, it's like the first time I've seen this, and I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to see how it looks fully done and fully colored. It's gonna look so good.
Very similar to like World War II uniforms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
exactly,
that was the concept originally. We have
Nice.
some really exciting ideas in plan for pre-war, both visually and music-wise.
So this is our basic concept for a pony revolver. For mostly the Earth ponies and the Pegasi, because they don't got the little magic doohickeys to play the little cheat game with. And here's our biggest target.
Yay!
Oh yeah, the pit book and everything, and the pit book, pit boy, there's the most iconic, there's not the most iconic pieces of anything for the Fallout.
This pit book design was made by Silver Prism, who is also playing Watcher in the series.
Nice.
And that's just the more simple design. This image that you saw, probably on the tripod out in the hallway, was also drawn by Silver Prism and Linoleum.
I know there were some more things that we needed. If not, then I'll be...
So like I said, we have a lot of really talented artists in our group, which I'm really excited for. They're all really dedicated and motivated to getting this done. We could always use more artists as well, so if anyone in here is interested in joining the project in the future, we will have links up. I'll probably put my Discord name up there, and you can just message me if you're interested.
Does it have to be art? Can it be voices?
For voice acting, we're currently full for the first 3 episodes, but we'll put our link up for our social media, and as the series goes along, we'll definitely be needing some more voice actors.
Nice.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that.
But I'm gonna pull up the Patreon real quick. This is something we just recently created, and do you remember the actual name you had under? I don't think that's
I
awesome.
can put a link in the Discord.
Yeah, if you can put it in the Discord, that looks like actual Fallout 4 one, but yeah. We'll get that set up in a minute, but one thing I would like to bring out, because I know our team is listening on this, and something that they were talking to us about, and something I'd like to bring to y'all. So we are currently working on a Trello. Is anybody unfamiliar with Trello by chance? Oh, sweet. Okay. So Trello is a program where you have like a board set up, or a board file set up, and you were able to use it to track progress and update progress on each individual piece, whether this be voice lines, whether this be artists, concept art, actual animation, storyboard pieces. And this is something we're excited to start bringing up as well. So yeah, our Trello is in the works to where we can smooth out the process and get like a nice, easy way to get this out produced, easier for our animators and artists and everyone on the team, as well as, sort of guarantee that we can get these out in a good, in such timely fashion as we project through the timelines. Well, as you can see here, we have. So this is something we're going to be. It's up right now, but we're still in the works for the tiers. So these are just the beta versions at the moment. So let's see, you have the innocent bystander at $1 a month. This is for general support. If you do not wish to have any rewards, or you just wish to help the project, this would be the first start of it. After that, we have stable dweller, which is $5 a month. This is where you can do like Patreon exclusive updates on our progress, special status in our Discord server. So anything that we do first, it'll come straight to here, and then it'll be going to general public at a later time. No worries. They told us that the thing's gonna fall down, and if it does fall down, I'm just gonna leave it, let it go.
Yeah, so we will be posting like official like sneak peeks and updates on our social medias for anyone to see. But if you want more like in-depth behind the scenes looks, more often updates, then our Patreon is going to be the place to look at that. We'll also be posting like concept art, images, stuff like that. So if you want to be in the know.
And then we have the $10 month tier, which is everything before. Oh wait, no, we just went over that, didn't we? No, yeah, right here, the occasional lucid concept art stickers. If that, if that thing falls down, it's a lost cause. As long as it doesn't fall down on me, I'll be fine.
Oh, but if it's on me, it's okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine with you. It's not gonna hurt you, I hurt my small head. My head's been damaged enough. So at $25 a month we have, oh, you named after me, thank you. Let's see here. Early access to episode premieres. So everything, of course, but once we put the actual episodes out, at $25 a month, you'll be the first, along with our team members, to see it in full for the first time. And we're thinking about, a week ahead of time, perhaps maybe like a few days ahead of time. It's we'll figure out how long of a gap we want between the people at 25 and up and the general attendee. And I'm going to where are you? At $50 a month, we have the 10 Pony Citizens, the high and mighties, the uppity-toities. They're rich folks. Whatever they call them in 10 Pony Tower. In my book, I call them uppities, but yeah.
I'll call them the
There we
guys.
go. And we'll have Patreon-only updates, early access to episode premiere, Patreon permission. I see it, I don't see it. Am I missing something here? There's something. I think we're the next anyway.
Like we said, there's still a little beta.
Yeah, so they're still in the works, but this is going to give you a heads up. I think this one should be the one. Aha! There we go. So currently $8 a month. This is our highest tier, is the Lightbringer. And everything, but also a cameo of your OC in future episodes. So like once we get to like say, for instance, we get to like New Appaloosa. That'd be a perfect place where you would see like, oh, look, there's my character. Hey, there he is. There he is. And you get to, over time it might be perhaps a reoccurring thing. It's something we're on the works of as well. There's one thing we were talking about, and that was, oh, I did miss it. Concept art sketches, right here. There we go. So what we like to do is we have a bunch of lovely and incredible animators and artists. And at the $50, $8 tier, we were talking about perhaps some quarterly sketches that you can commission from us, and our artists will commission your piece in each of their art styles or the art style of the show. And we would do this quarterly so we can give you guys something to look forward to as well outside of the project. And if you wanted to have something, you see like you love our animators' work, and you want to have something done in the art style of the project, they'd be more than happy to accommodate the needs, so long as it's nothing too inappropriate or too sexualized. We want to make sure that we're not doing anything too out there, or we're making sure that our animators and artists are doing something they're comfortable with. As well as, there was another one where we're talking about that's still in the works, in the progress, was custom voice lines. So our voice actors for each character, if you would like to get a voice line done from them, that would be something else we'll be working on as well. So perhaps you want to hear something from Velvet Remedy, or perhaps you want to hear something from Sawdog or Watcher, for instance. We'd be looking into being able to do that for you as well. What I'm going to do next is, while I'm working on bringing up the Twitter for you all to see, is I'm going to introduce our members
minimize it.
Here we go. So we're going to start, of course, us three for right here. And then we'll go into people who are currently in the voice chat. I'll call them out. And then after that, we'll go into people who aren't unable to attend today. So just for a heads up, I am the Equestrian Wastelander. I have 3 roles on this project. I am the public relations representative. Can you not hear me or no? Yeah. Okay, so make sure. So I maintain the Twitter page. I make sure we get updates, do the team introductions, get y'all all the information we need. Y'all need for that. I'm also one of the singers on the project. So if we might do any songs coming up, I'm not crazy. We do any songs coming up, perhaps covers, parodies. That would be where I and perhaps any future singers might come in. And last but not least, I am also the voice actor for Calamity.
Yeah. You're my hero.
Next up, if this thing wants to be here, I'm gonna be doing that. Alright, next up we have our lovely Linoleum.
Howdy. My name's Linoleum, or Hidden Faithy, as you might find me on most socials. I am a voice actress as well as one of the artists. Thank you.
Yeah.
I made the Monterey Jack concept art. I am the voice of Homage, so, you know.
Yay. Let's go.
What's up, Wastelanders?
Homage, homage.
You know, I have so many personal debates. Is it homage? Is it homage? Homage? I know I should know as her actress, but sometimes I question it.
Sorry, question yourself? That's concerned. I'm kidding.
I am frankly really excited to be on this project. This is my first time in any large project like this, as well as voice acting, but I've been an artist for, I don't know, 2/3 of my life. Tomorrow's my birthday even, so almost a quarter of a century. You guys are real kind, thank you.
Hell yeah. And next up, of course, he introduced himself, but maybe I'd like to say a little bit more, perhaps. We have Silver. What's up?
I am also a writer as well, and I've been writing a Fallout Equestria fic with co-writer with someone by the name of Skyfire. Fallout Equestria Uncertain Tides. So you might have seen my art or my stories around, and I'm really happy to bring that to this project. Thank you guys.
So like I said, I'm Silver Screen, writer-director on the project. This is also my first project that I've ever done, which is exciting. I just joined the fandom like a year ago. Went down like a rabbit hole. Good to have you! Yeah. And I'm happy to be here. When I first was like looking at all the like fan content and like everything, I was just so like sad that I didn't get to be a part of it, because it's been like a decade past, and like, you know, things are starting to kind of wind down now, and I was like, oh man, like I missed like all the best parts of the fandom. But now like I'm here like doing this project, and there's clearly still so many people who are excited for it, so it's just really exciting to see all that support that we've had so far. So yeah, there's not a whole lot for me to talk about. I guess we can move on to the next person.
Hi.
Oh, we are over there. Hello.
I'm there. You turned the camera on.
As I popped up on another screen, I was just like, wait, where is it?
Say hi to our cast.
Hey.
I promised my people that we would get to show you.
Oh, somebody's driving.
Oh shit.
Hey.
You see the guys. Come on.
What is it?
He's driving.
So next up, we have another person.
Oh shit! Another person driving.
That's
Discord and Drive.
As you can see, we have such lovely, amazing, fun people.
Hey, me too.
So next up, I'd like to introduce, we're going to go starting with the...
I want to see your waifu pillow on stream.
There we go. We're going to start up with the animators, then we're going to go into the voice actors, and then the music and audio folks. So starting off, we have one of ours here, I believe I see. Oh.
Hey, is it possible we can hear better back here?
Yes, my bad.
Alright, thank you.
So, slight miscalculation. I got everybody here, but I pulled up the wrong list. No, it's not miscalculation. Aha! There we go. Okay, so I'm just checking to make sure. Currently, none of our, I'm currently none of our animators are, no, we have some here. I'm just going down the list. If I call out your name and you're on the channel, or the Discord channel, just unmute yourself and give a quick little introduction. So, our lead animator, our second lead animator is Dream. We also have Specialist as one of our other animators. Going into our artists, we have Victor Vender, Meeman Colley, Scoops, Black Void Dragon, Snaffle Was Jazz, Avi, I hope I said that right. And those are the lovely people who are some of our artists and animators. I'm checking right here.
Yay!
Check on here. Oh, we have one of our artists and artists on here as well. So next up we have Silver Prism, who I will let them introduce themselves. Silver Prism, if you would like, you may unmute yourself.
Hello, Trotcon.
Hi.
My name is
Hi.
Silver Prism, or to avoid confusion with both the team and with PR, you all may call me William. I am one of the artists on the Fallout Equestria animated series project, but I also work on storyboarding and also might be working on animation, but given I'm still new to this sort of art form, it's sort of up in the air. But not only that, but I am also the voice actor for a certain passing acquaintance. But you all may call me Watcher.
Alright, thank you, Silver Prism. Yeah, I like bend my head over here if I don't get like a hernia on this thing. Alright. That was, if I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody for our artists who are here.
Oh, I've got one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
One of our lead animators who isn't here.
We're having a bit of trouble hearing you back here.
I'm sorry. One of our animators who isn't here right now, their name is Octopi Latte, who is designing the look of the art style that we're going to go with, and will be doing a big chunk of the animation as well. They are known, all of their art accounts and everything are Octopi Latte, so you can look that up and check out their work. They're a really cool artist. They do some really good stuff, and they're also just getting their start pretty much with this project. So that is
Hell
our
yeah.
lead
Nice.
animator. Yeah.
All right. Next up. Thank you. I'm going to introduce. Let's see, make sure I go down the list. Oh, so
Somebody just had a really good time over there.
they're not even in here. They're excited for us. Oh yeah. I'd like to give like a slight introduction for one of our other voice actors who is at this convention, and that is the lovely Monstrasa. She is the voice actor for Apple Bloom, Celestia, Luna, Little Pip's mother, and Candy. All right, she's got a lot to keep herself busy. That's a lot of names. And then let's see, move down the list. Let me give like a little point to myself to make it easier to remember who I went over. I just did Silver Prism. Ah, here we go. Next on the list, we have Jesus Feathers. Jesus Feathers, you may unmute yourself and introduce.
Woo! Howdy, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's Jesus Feather. Good. And I can't hear y'all too well because the microphone on your end and truck speakers on my end. But my name's Ashton. I go by the name Jesus Feathers. And I play the part of Cracker and Crane.
Nice.
Thank you, Jesus Feathers. And
So this
action.
is the first time I've...
My bad. Continue, my bad, my bad.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's like, and this is the first time I've ever been on any kind of project. I actually, like Silver Prism, I'm pretty new to the fandom. I only showed up a few months ago. And...
Good to have you!
Welcome!
Welcome!
They're really excited to have you in the fandom. I mean,
Good, yes.
Yeah.
they're really excited to have you in the fandom.
That's fair.
Yeah, I wish I could have had like a better audio system for this. Next time for future conventions, I will plan better on my behalf. So I apologize for any of that. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Ashton, or? Oh, I'm using the microphone. The mic's right here. Sorry. Was there anything else you wanted to say, Ashton, or?
My stuff not working?
Have you done like any previous works, current works, anything else you want to?
Maybe what's up?
Who's not Ashton? Oh, Ashton muted his microphone. Oh, goodness.
Is that better?
What's on now? Oh, the Skyrider. My bad, Skyrider. If this thing called you in, that's my bad. But you know what? I'll let you introduce yourself next. So everybody, give it up to Skyrider.
I also go by Skyrider. I will be the voice of Stock Raider, and I also work on the audio team.
Well,
Awesome.
It's first time on a major project. I've been in the fandom for many, many years. I just never truly went and tried to be on a project with other people.
Well, it's good to have you too, man. Good.
Audio team is very important.
I guess got a hi from Volta. I can't see you, but hey! If you're in here, I see you, Volta. I say hi back, Volta.
Hi.
Oh! I'm looking all the way over there like you're in the back. I'm like, you're right there. My bad, my bad. All right. Next up, I'm going to introduce Bella.
Can I hear someone say my name?
Yes, you little goblin. I heard you called you.
Howdy, everyone. I'm Bella, better known online as the Witch Punk. I'm the voice of DJ Palm 3 and Red Eye.
Nice. DJ Pump 3, yes.
DJ Pump 3 and Red Eye, those are like the
Agent
opposite ends of
Skeletal
the
message
spectrum.
for all of y'all. What's up, Westlanders of Trotcon? I hope you're having a wonderful
What's up, buddy? Yes.
What's up, Wastelanders?
Something silver's already adopt.
The Matrix has come down.
Zoom.
I think our DJ Punk 3 just killed one of our...
Sure that wasn't Red Eye?
That could be.
That might have been Red Eye, yeah. Red Eye might have killed us. Who is that, by the way? I can't-
Red Eye Watcher.
Yeah, that is on point. So like, as soon as you
He hacked his connection.
yeah, so like as soon as you start talking, Watcher just got frizzed out.
Hey!
I was like, this is the work of Red Eye right here. All right. Is there anything else you want to introduce yourself with, Bella?
What was that?
I was saying, was there anything else you want to introduce yourself with by chance?
I can barely hear what you're saying.
Is there anything else you want to introduce about yourself?
I
I know.
Now it has consumed him!
Watcher, start back!
That was for Bella. That was for Bella.
I think Bella's done.
I think Watcher fought back. So next up, this one is one of our voice actors, but also got another important role, as I'm going to let them introduce as themselves. Lone Rider, you may introduce yourself.
Da-da-da-da.
Hi, Josella. Away!
You there, Lone? I think I there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Lone, if you're speaking, your microphone's on.
We can't hear you through your microphone at all.
Yeah, my bad. I'll speak a lot louder from now on. It's just like if you want to introduce yourself, Lone, you are more than free to do so. I'm gonna use like the group chat. Just in case my thing is like working out.
Here's a bad character talking.
Don't worry, my microphone's just dying on mine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, the Wi-Fi's cool.
Yep. Okay. So for all those in the voice chat, I will send a message tagging you for introductions as well, in case you can't hear me. Yeah, you're good.
Alright, hi, I'm Lone Rider. I'm the assistant writer on the project. Mostly it's just me ripping my hair out and trying to have a good excuse to why I have a film degree.
I feel
That's
that.
very
I have a
fair.
film degree. Well, I would love something else over here. Oh yeah, I believe you voice a few characters as well. Am I not correct?
If I do, I probably forgot who they are.
I like this guy.
So I'll give up a little introduction on that. So we currently have Lone as the voice actor for two characters, Sawed Off and Rail Ride.
Hell yeah.
All right. Next up on the line, make sure I get this message out to them as well. Have you seen the? Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh no, the poor soul. Next up, we have Musketeer.
Musketeer reporting for duty. I play Monterey Jack.
Ooh.
This is my first animated project. I've done some failed voice acting stuff before. I have other soldiers in the other room playing games, but don't mind them. And yeah, this really stoked for this project. I was the one who drew the concept art with the pre-war soldiers. I thought like, hey, yeah, I always thought like, hey, maybe there should be like more like the last report. According to the wiki, like several decades, so there should be like a progression. It's like I started with World War II type of uniforms, and then later on get to the modern stuff.
Hey, well, it's good to
I'll
have
get to work on
yourself.
that sooner, but I don't know.
Yeah. That is on Musketeer. And now, last but definitely not least, we have. I gotta time this at the exact same time. Sky Raider, introduce yourself. I just did they already? Did I just did I do Sky? Did I do Sky Raider? Oh, you're my bad. I had you next on my list and I completely forgot. My bad. I didn't miss anybody, did I?
Yeah, Flaming she did.
I believe you're missing Allison.
Oh yes, okay. Well, I definitely don't want to. I definitely don't want to miss that. They're gonna come at me with like a hammer and chainsaws or something like that. So, Allison, if you would like, you are free to introduce yourself.
You got it. Hi, Trotcon. My name's Allison. I'm the audio lead for this project. My main job is arranging all of the sound effects, doing the mixing for effects, voices, music, making sure it all sounds up to snuff, and also yelling at the voice actors to use pop filters. That sums it up. I did all the audio effect arrangement for the prologue that you heard earlier. I hope it came across well on the speakers there. But yeah, that's it.
Nice to have
Thank you.
Right on.
And those are the folks who are currently here. I'm going to go into the voice actors for the rest of the team, as we have currently so far. First, we have our main character. We have I Am Shadow, who voices Little Pip and Twilight Sparkle. Next up, we have Love Cake, who voices Velvet Remedy, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack. Following that, we have Ribbon Chan, voicing Pinkie Pie. Up next, we have Jezebel. We just did Jezebel, didn't I? Yes, we did. I'm sorry. We have Forrest McQuill, the voice actor for Steel Hooves and Cager. Next up, we have Radio Scratch, who is the voice actor for Silver Bell, and is also one of our lovely artists. Here we go. Next up, we have Astronixia, the voice actor for Rarity and the Overmare, as well as also one of our lovely artists. We got two more voice actors. Next up would be Danielle, who is the voice actor for Fluttershy.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, we have Starry Flame, the voice actor for Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle.
Yes, the chicken! Yes! The chicken!
Scootaloo! And those are all for our lovely voice actors at this time. And as Silver Screen mentioned earlier, as we progress through the series, it does not mean this is the only voice actor. As we progress, there might come up characters like, I believe, Godina, one of the Talon mercenaries.
Claudina Griffin.
Yes, Claudina Griffin. And then we have Residents of Ten Pony Tower. We will have, the Enclave coming up, those evil Pegasi in the sky. And then we'll have the Rangers. We'll have many characters coming up, and we'll be looking forward to, if you wish to voice act for any of those upcoming characters, we'll be more than happy to hear your auditions.
I can't wait to see it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Woo! Man, you real hype. I like you.
Gotta stay positive. Gotta stay positive.
Could one of y'all do me a favor while I'm going over the, I'm going to go over the audio real quick, and then we'll get the Twitter page up there for them.
Rest the mic on your chin.
This one?
Yeah, perfect.
Feels weird. Feels like I got a watcher under my chin.
What?
Don't you bite me.
Look, I'm just saying, that is an expensive piece of equipment. Do not shove it up your chin.
I definitely don't want to shove up anywhere at this point. And now we're gonna go.
Voice coming out of the Sprite bottle.
Oh yes. I don't want like a laser beam going up my chin either. Next up, we're gonna introduce some of the audio and the musicians. First up, we have our lead musician, which is Galileo. We have M. Volgrand, and I believe they're here. I don't know if they wish to introduce themselves. I'll leave them up to that. Is Gustavan. Lena. And we just did Flaming Chicken. I can't say the other name on here. We just oh, and last but not least, for the round up our audio and music, is Sapphire Sistrine, who is our additional audio support. Woo! No less important, and just as well, we love them for all the work they help out with us. Yeah, we definitely need that.
Everyone knows. Let's go.
Twitter setup, like get some introduction going on. So next up, while we get the Twitter page set up for you to see, I just want to give you a little heads up into some of our future timelines. This isn't the only con we're going to be appearing at, by the way.
You need to plug it in.
Uh-oh. That makes it all better. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good to like have that done on me, would it? So while I am finding, are you good? Okay, thank you so much. So I am planning, and I've already got the green light for the panel. I've also gotten my plane ticket, my hotel room. I will be appearing to do a similar panel for updates and for any as well to show all of our lovely team members and all the arts we have so far, as well as the prologue at Everfree Northwest.
Nice!
Oh yes, and it's going to be a little bit warmer, be a little bit cooler. I'm hoping cooler. Otherwise, I might just be coming out here just to jump out of the pool to go cool myself off. Although on the kilt, that wouldn't be a good idea.
We'll wait.
And then, after that, once I had the panel applications open, I hope to be performing our panel at HarmonyCon coming up next year. Following that, we don't have any others further planned for that, but we do have one more I would love to appear at, and that would be BabsCon.
Nice! Yes!
Yes, we're going to go all around the States. And we're in the talks of seeing if any of our team members are available to work with this, and something we would like to plan for and try to do as well. For all of you international folks, we would like to go out to places like Equestria, Epona Fest, and possibly Galacon. I would love to go to Germany so much to go to Galacon. I've heard so much about it. Not just that, because Equestria, I hope I'm saying that right, and as well as Epona Fest. Italy is such a beautiful place for me. I've always wanted to go there. But yes, we are definitely planning to bring up more updates, more sneak peeks, more stuff for you to see at future conventions. Those are the ones we have planned so far, but I would like to also go to places like Winnie City, Equestria, and there's a few more. My brain is failing me on them, but I do not think they're any less important. I would love to go to multiple conventions, see all y'all's faces, and be able to bring up all we can to keep you up to date. And by the way, speaking of keeping you up to date, I want to give you a guaranteed promise from myself that as we bring up methods that I'm approved to announce, as soon as they come out, I'll be putting them on our Twitter, or our Patreon, or our Discord. Anytime they come out, there's not going to be really much of a delay. All I got to do is type up the stuff, and I'll put it out there as soon as I can. So that way you guys don't have to wait too long.
Perfect, perfect, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, if any of your friends or band members are currently missing this panel, I would like to say, do not worry. We'll be coming out to you real soon. We'll be bringing this video to you, upload to YouTube, so y'all won't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I can't believe I messed up. What did they go over? Can you tell me? Can you send pictures, something like that? Don't have to worry about that. We're going to work to get the information out to everybody who was not able to attend this panel, or perhaps they had another panel they wish to attend and unfortunately conflicted. Not a problem. We have amazing panels here at Trotcon, as I'm sure y'all are aware of. Y'all have enjoyed the panels here at Trotcon, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. We got some lovely panels coming up. Yeah, so, okay. Oh, by the way, there's our lovely art from maybe see outside the door. This was the one that was done by Linoleum and Silver Prism here.
Woo! Nice.
And as we go through further conventions, I've been told that they might be interested in future promo boards themed after certain events like Everfree and HarmonyCon. So be on the lookout for more promo art from our lovely artists and animators.
Awesome. Love to hear it.
Yes. Woo! So as you can see now, we have our. Okay, can this thing stream at the same time as doing the video? Or no? I don't know if Discord can do that.
Is it hotel Wi-Fi?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I just want to make sure the stream didn't cut off the video. Thank you. So this was our Twitter page. As you see, one of the concept of Little Pip we had earlier. And this is where firsthand all of our information come out. Right here. That is the link to our Discord. You'll want that because that's most of the time, if it's not on Twitter first, it's going to be on Discord first. And you get to chat with other fellow lovers of Fallout Equestria, or just fellows of the project.
I just joined.
Awesome, thank you for joining.
Yeah. I'll have to get that too.
Oh yes, I'll be making sure, like eventually right after this, what we're going to do is put up the Discord, and I'm going to have the permanent link set up. So if you want to take pictures of that, you'll be more than welcome to take pictures and join up as soon as you like.
Can you do that VR code these days?
VR?
The QR.
QR?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good, you're good. We are definitely looking into QR codes. It's something we've been talking about as well.
Or you can just go to our Twitter and click the link to join.
Yeah, it'll be pinned at the top, so you don't have to worry about losing it.
Press that follow button while you're there, too.
Oh yeah, that way you can get updated as soon as possible.
Look, it's favorite phone.
Alright, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh wait, what was it? Go up a little bit? Okay, yeah, go down. So as you can see, this is our latest Twitter stream introduction of Ribbon Chan, one of our lovely voice actors. Every Monday, I will be introducing a new member of the team. It could be a voice actor, it could be a musician, it could be audio, it could be animator, artist, or it could be our project lead.
Very nice.
Who knows? We definitely like to, I personally love to give out a lot of information about our amazing team members. Not only do I like to pride ourselves on giving out like what they do in the project, but they've done a lot of things beforehand at the time. They've worked on other previous things. We like to give that some love and attention as well. Like for instance, what was it? Here we go.
Well, you just got to show all your team members the same love and appreciation they do.
No!
Oh, wow.
I've already got it.
Time to sign in.
Uh-oh.
Time to sign in.
Our free demo is over.
Oh, it's a free demo?
No,
you
hit one of the options.
Would I refresh or no? Okay, yeah, sorry, I guess I forgot to log in on my computer. I've only ever used my phone for this. Yes, so we got about an hour left, and actually, I got one thing. Is there anybody who by chance... the TV falling on one of our lovely people. Is there anybody here who by chance was unable to attend the first part of the panel and missed the prologue and animatic? Oh, we got a couple here? Okay, so before I go into the Q&A, what I like to do is, because we got an hour, I got an hour left, and I would like to give you, show you that prologue and animatic. So I'm going to put this
For
down
those
real
that missed it.
Alright, see you.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.
By the way, that one who just left, I believe you have Philadelphia Fun Farm later, right?
11 p.m. Panel 2, Philadelphia Fun Farm. We're going to talk all about Fallout Equestria.
Oh yeah, definitely go hit their panels.
And I promise I will not display all of the grand service of Red Eye.
It comes up now.
Oh, sorry, something funny just happened. Like as soon as she tried to get the Twitter thing up, guess what comes up? The X button.
Now we can close out and, keep looking.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you get this here? Oh, hello. I'm pretty sure our team members are just looking at my weird face right now.
Not that weird.
I think it's weird. So let's see.
Yes, we have.
Thank you. Alright, I'm just gonna hit the lights real quick. Just so we can make sure it's all good.
I can actually hear you. I'm happy.
Thank you.
I was this close to shilling.
This close to showing?
I was this close to shilling my own story.
Oh.
You totally can.
No, you can if you want to.
Why would I shill my story?
Wait, show, share, or shill?
Yes. Shill.
Oh. I thought you said share or show. I'm like, yeah, you're more happy to.
Hey, Lynn talked about her story. Go right ahead, dude.
I did. I was given permission. I was told I could. It's stuff you've done.
I'm not gonna go denied. No. Alright.
Ah, yes, the FOE story that flips off other FOE stories. That's quite the story people want to hear.
Alright, so quick heads up. I'm about to re-show the prologue in animatic for anyone who is unable to attend. So at this time, if you have your mics open, please mute them. Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, before I do that, I gotta make sure. Oh yeah, no. That would have blasted y'all's poor eardrums, and I do not want you to be coming at me like, I gotta get hearing aids.
Once upon a time, in the magical land of Equestria, there came a time when the ideals of friendship gave way to greed and paranoia. The end of the world occurred much as we had predicted, plunged into an abyss of balefire and dark magic. Mega spells rained from the skies. Entire nations were swallowed in flames. A great cleansing. Ponykind was almost extinguished. But it was not the end of the world. No. This apocalypse was just the prologue for another bloody chapter in pony history. Thousands were spared the horrors of the Holocaust by taking refuge in enormous underground shelters known as stables. But when they emerged, they had only the hell of the wastes to greet them. If I'm going to tell you about the adventure of my life, explain how I got to this place with these ponies, and why I did what I'm going to do next, I should probably start by explaining a little bit about pitbucks. A pitbuck is a device, worn on the foreleg just above the hoof. Issued to every pony in a stable when they become old enough to start work. A blending of unicorn magic and science, your pitbuck will keep a constant measure of your health, track and organize everything in your saddle packs, and keep all manner of notes and maps available at a hoof tap. Plus, it allows you to listen to the stable broadcast whenever you would like. Oh, who's that, you ask? Stable 2's resident celebrity, Velvet Remedy. She's amazing. Anyway, where were we? A pony's pitbuck generates an eyes-forward sparkle that helps gauge whether ponies and creatures around you are hostile. And, perhaps most impressively, a pitbuck can magically aid you in a fight for brief periods of time through use of the Stable Tech Arcane Targeting Spell, or SATS for short.
Sats.
Oh, and a feature not to be forgotten. It can keep track of the location of tagged objects or ponies, including wearers of other pitbucks. It can even be made to glow like a lamp. So yes, Pit books really are a testament to unicorn pony arcane science. And yes, having a pit book is a huge advantage. So with how wonderful and miraculous all that just sounded, it's hard to impress upon ponies who never lived in a stable just how ordinary, how pedestrian a pit book was in the eyes of the ponies living in stable 2. And why I was disappointed to have one as my cutie mark. Oh, by the way, I'm Little Pip. My mother named me that for obvious reasons. I'm just glad she hadn't named me Pipsqueak. Anyway, pleased to meet you. Here is my story.
So what we're going to do at this time is... Oh, sorry about that. Don't let
It burns! God.
Okay, I'll leave the lights off for you, no worries.
Better leave them.
So what we're going to do right now is open this up for Q&A session. Any questions you might have about the project, we are opening the floor. And yes.
What animation?
Sorry, if you want, you can use the microphone as well.
I can hear you.
Okay, for them. So they can go to the
on the back.
Most of us aren't using Discord links.
What animation software are you looking to use for the project?
So we're not really using any like animation software like Toon Boom or like Flash or anything, because it's more of just like flat images that are like then just edited together. So I'm just using like a free like film editing software, which works for our purposes. Hopefully, I mean it's a pretty simple animation style at first, but hopefully as our team grows, we may be able to increase the quality of that animation so it looks more like, you know, what we all really want it to be, you know.
How long are each episode? How long is each episode going to be?
About 20 to 23 minutes.
Oh yeah, so you're going to be getting your content, not like those little small clips are like, oh, we're going to give it 10 minutes. Not like Funny Life or, you know, the recent show. It's going to give you a full, good stuff to show you if you go eyes peeled and divulged.
Which also means they're going to take some time to make, so sorry to say, but it's I probably expect it to be kind of a while from now. Yeah.
I see.
How confident do you feel taking on such a big project, knowing others have tried and not have successfully taken off?
It is kind of daunting, especially once you really start to look at like the task ahead. But I think one thing that we have that other projects before us don't is hindsight. We can take a look at hopefully the pitfalls that they came across and hopefully find ways to circumvent those. We are trying to, when you really take a look at the big picture, it's so daunting to see. So we're really trying to just keep focused on what's in front of us, keep our heads about us, and just focus on like getting like just one episode at a time done, you know? Yeah.
So when I first started hearing about this project, I was really skeptical about it, especially because of, you know, past experiences. But quite frankly, since I joined the team, I have found that the project leads are nothing short of on top of it. I think I said that right? They're on top of it. They are actively working. They are consistently, you know, talking about ideas, talking about, hey, where are these storyboards at? Hey, where's this? Where's that? Now, of course, there's always the risk of burnout, yeah, but frankly, as someone who has joined the team, they're on point. And it's a big task, but I think that they're up to it.
I'm glad to hear that. Let's go.
Let's get it.
I have a similar similar thing to this. So many of y'all have probably seen a lot of similar projects for Fallout Equestria, mainly like, for instance, the radio play that we all know and love growing up. And there are also, many names in the Fallout Equestria community that strike a lot of popularity. For instance, like the current ones, Pitbug Studios, our friends over in Russia. We have us, Wasteland Productions, and there's Overmare Studios, who, by the way, if you haven't seen this yet, Overmare Studios is doing a panel wrapped us on the ashes of Equestria.
Yep.
Then you have East Core Productions, and then I believe if I'm correct, this Fiora's
Fiora the Tank.
Shotgun Angel Productions.
Yes.
And then there are the retired projects, the Manhattan Project, Equestria Broadcasting Company, Stable Tech Studios, and JNC Studios. These are all the major
You forgot
groups.
Nuclear Horseman Studios.
Yes, that too. Thank you. And those are all the groups that have been going throughout the years, and they face the same struggles. What I believe is there are going to be obstacles we're going to hit. There are going to be times where we're going to have problems. And I'm not going to be like one of those things like, hey, this is not going to happen, we're going to be super smooth. But what I do want to pride ourselves and do our best, and I believe we have the team members to do this, is to work together to overcome those obstacles, work together to help each other out, work together to understand each other's situations, so that we don't fall into the same pitfalls as some prior groups where they have may have had team issues or something where it comes along the lines of management. We want to make sure that everyone in our group is taken care of and respected. And I'm not just saying that. I literally, if I do a wrong job, I want them to let me know, because I want to go to each person and say, hey, how y'all doing? Or y'all doing all right? Or just talk with people on the Discord, make sure everything's going all right with them. And every single one is a valued member of our team. Doesn't matter how little they do, how much they do. Everyone to our team is equally important, and we love having them in the group. So with that going forward, that's how I believe we can avoid the pitfalls, so that we can bring this out and keep cranking out these amazing works projects for y'all to see.
Who's next?
Behind Cesar.
Yeah, let's go with right over here, blue.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Which production staff are you looking for most at this time?
We can always use more artists, more people familiar with animation. Even if you're not familiar with animation, because of how simple our animation style is, it's basically just like an image after an image. Like, it's not that traditional 24 frames per second animation. So even if you're not familiar with with being able to animate things, we just ask that you're able to draw in a style that's not your own, and hopefully we'll provide our team with lots of references and stuff to be able to match that style that we're going for. So yeah, you can always use more artists, musicians, audio people, stuff like that.
And then I believe there was one behind. Yes, yellow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys may have already said it and I just missed it, but where are the episodes going to be released? Like what platform? Or?
Yeah, we're going to release all of the episodes on YouTube. For free.
And once they go to YouTube, they'll also be linked in the Twitter and the Discord and the Patreon as well. So in case you missed the YouTube one notification, you'll have a bunch of other notifications that oh, it's out.
What's the channel called? Or
We don't have a channel right now. It's just, oh yeah, do you want to put up the...
Yeah, while you're answering questions, I'll get the Discord up for that.
Hopefully YouTube doesn't make it kid-friendly.
We'll go first.
I'm hoping we'll be over that by the time we release this, but...
It'll just be like Argo Demon's last video where the books, and like their little Punisher having like their own words, and then they're just like...
Awesome!
We might throw one of those in there just to make YouTube like, oh, they can't make this different.
Oh my god, you're making that video? Okay. I saw some hands over here somewhere. Right in the back there? Yeah.
Would you be willing to accept help from the international community?
From the international community? So like
in my server, we have artists who might be interested from Mexico, Argentina, Brazil.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have people from all over the world on our team. M. Bolgrand, I believe, is from Spain. Astronixia is coming to us from the UK.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, we'll take
not that one, not that one.
anyone who wants to help. Yeah, definitely. We would be very grateful.
So much more.
Yes, right here.
What aspects of Fallout Equestria, this project, really inspire you and drive your passion for the project?
Yeah. So I think one of my favorite things about Fallout Equestria is, wow, I prepared for this panel, everything except for like the story of Fallout Equestria. But it's, I think.
Don't take a picture of this one, try to get the permanent one.
God, this is not very inspiring, but I'm trying to think. I think, yeah.
Well, you think I
Yes,
can
I'll think.
So one of the things, at least for me personally, that I love about Fallout Equestria is it feels like this perfect mishmash of this happy-go-lucky, MLP and the harsh reality of Fallout. I first read Fallout Equestria back in high school, and I got Equestria Daily banned from my school's internet. Whoops. That's a little mature for you to read. My bad. But honestly, there's something really compelling about a story where someone is trying to bring back the happiness that was in the world. Similar to what you see in Fallout, where, characters are trying to make things better and bring civilization back in some form or fashion. And in MLP, you see, quite frankly, how it's entirely possible for even such a peaceful people to fall into these kind of traps. There's a lot that can be said in Fallout Equestria. It's a really interesting medium, and I think it's kind of just a perfect convergence.
Well, it's a big trap, so I'm a big fan of it.
Oh yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think what really drew me to Fallout Equestria originally was the just like the sheer amount of crossover that there is with the original My Little Pony show. It's so cool reading the story and seeing oh, here's all these characters, here's all these characters coming back, and here's what happened to them, and re-exploring the history of what happened to Equestria. And my inspiration for, but that's what drew me to the story originally. And you stay for the characters, for the bond that they form, for this epic story that's unfolding. It's just so well done. And so then what's inspired me to make this project is to animate it, is because I just want to share that with people who generally shy away from the words fanfic or the crossover fanfic, or My Little Pony in general, I just want to be able to share this in a more accessible way to people who may have been turned off by the idea at first. Yeah. And for the fans, of course. For the people who love the story.
So mine's a little bit of a more personal. Is it on? No, it's not. Okay, now I see why they said a chin thing. Alright. I'll take the advice from now on. So, first up, what got me kind of into Fallout Equestria was I had no idea what it was at the time. Back in 2012, 2013, when it was first coming out, I just was walking through a convention, a Brony Fan Fair. It was a small convention, more personal, one of the best ones, honestly. And I see this art of a stable door and a pony in front of it. And my first thing is is that Fallout? I didn't know anything about Fallout Equestria. I just thought it was Fallout, because that stable door, or that the vault door, iconic. Doesn't change. I'll love it all the time. And I see it, and I'm like, that is so cool. And I asked this artist, hey, what's this about? Is this a Fallout crossover? And you haven't heard of Fallout Equestria? I'm like, no. Tell me more. And so she got me introduced into it. She showed me the fan fiction, and I started reading K-Cat's story, and I fell in love with it immediately. I could not stop. Literally, growing up as a teenager, my parents, I was still in high school, and my parents you need to go to sleep. You need to go to sleep. I need to get to this chapter. One more chapter, and you go to sleep. So Yeah, I was a book nerd, but like I was going through this story because I didn't have the book at the time. I couldn't afford the book at the time, so I did the next best thing. I asked my mother to print the pages out in her office.
Jesus!
She worked in a legal office, so they don't use. They have a lot of paper, so I was like, "Can you print out this?" She's like, "How many pages you are?" Oh no, the entire binder was about like this big.
Sounds about right.
It was a huge binder, but that was my first introduction to Fallout Equestria, and I fell in love with it. For the following 8 to 9 years, actually, I am so sorry. It was I was still in the house, but it was not high school; it was college. They still wanted me to get some sleep because they wanted me to study, and they were taking care of it. So that my bad. It wasn't high school; it was college. But eventually, 8 to 9 years, I started following other projects like the radio play, the Christmas one. I believe was done where they have like I may have shown you guys. I'll see the video later. I'll put the video in the Discord link. But there was a animated video where they had like it was Hearthwarming Eve, and they were spending the first time on Hearthwarming Eve, and Little Pip was asking Velvet Remedy to sing because she has a lovely voice, and she's like, "All right, but you're all going to sing with me," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Including you, Steel Hoops." What? And so they sing a song that was called Winter Wonderland. And it was such a beautiful song, started with such incredible singers. And ever since that happened, I've just been following ever since with Argo Demons videos, JMC Studios, some of the Pitbuck ones, Overmare Studios, Equestria Broadcasting Company. I've been following all of them, including Wasteland Whalers. Wasteland Whalers is the ones who got me inspired to be singing for Fallout Equestria. Black Griffin got me inspired to be singing in general. But yeah, Wasteland Whalers, I was like, I love hearing this music. I love hearing Corey's music, and I would love to sing to it. And so that's where I come in 8 to 9 years later of missed opportunities. And finally, I see after BabsCon, I was like, I wonder how the Fallout Equestria is doing, because I just got done with Fiora's panel. I'm like, I wonder how Fallout Equestria is still doing. And then, lo and behold, I see the YouTube animated clip. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I look in the description, looking for people. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so happy for them. Literally the entire ride back, I was like so overjoyed for like the 6-hour drive back from San Francisco to Fort Irwin. I was so happy. And I got in there, I was talking to Social, hey, are you guys looking for singers by chance? And I think it was on the lines of like, you weren't like looking for like a singers at the time, but if I was interested to send my auditions, and I sent my auditions and they liked it, and they said, hey, yeah, we'd love to have you a singer. Turned out, and then I don't know, I apparently was like a bubbly person, I guess, or an outward person at the time, and he asked me if I wanted to do the Twitter. At this time, I had never used Twitter. I had no idea what the heck I was doing. But I was like, you know what? I want to help this project. I want to see this through. I want to get with people, make sure, you know, everything's helped out, you know, lighten the load from him for a bit. I was like, you know what? I'll learn something new. I'll get a Twitter. I will learn how to do this. And so, a few days later, I made a Twitter account. And then came, I think it was the unfortunate incident where one of the original Calamity voice actors had to dip out for personal reasons, I believe. Yeah, and then they asked for, they were looking for a Calamity voice actor. I had never voice acted before either. Never done it before. All I've ever done is singing. But I figured, you know, I'm from Texas. I think I could do a smooth Southern accent. Can't do it right now, unfortunately, but if you want, I can play a video, I can play a little audio clip for you, just because my voice is being weird right now, but I was just so happy, and then we get to like hear these people, and I was competing against a couple other people, and I got to hear their auditions. I was like worried because they were all incredible auditions. Everyone who auditioned for Calamity, I got to hear some of them. They were all really good. Oh, someone's having a hard time with the pool. It's a nice pool, by the way. But I got to hear them, and I was like, okay, it's not like I never felt like I was better than anybody. I'd never done voice acting. I was never feel like I was better than anybody else. And so we came to the day where like I had worked in about 2 weeks of over 250 recordings, dimmed down to 9 lines. 3 to 4 different takes for each one with an introduction for 8.5 minutes. I had put so much work into that, and I was just so nervous the entire time. I kept bugging Silver about it, like, hey, are we having this thing announced soon? I'm like so nervous about this. And he was very kind with me, he was very patient with me. He knew I was like anxious and nervous. And eventually, you know, they did the announcement. There was no, hint as I was going to get it. They said we're going to announce it soon. And then before the announcement, he's like, "Hey, good news, you got the role." I'm like, "Seriously?" And I was like pretty much in tears at that point because for like something I've been waiting 8 to 9 years to just be a part of a project. I went from a singer to PR rep to also a voice actor for one of the main characters. And like this is something I've been love because I want to keep this project rolling. That is the inspiration to the long road to the inspiration to why I want to make sure we do everything we can to make sure everyone is having a good time and that we can keep this project going and running. And like I will put in all of my effort that I can to do this. So that answers like my inspiration to this. But I do believe we have some more questions. I would like to give them some more time.
Yeah. I'm just curious if, since you're putting it on YouTube, are you going to be letting little Pip be as colorful in her expression as she usually is?
Yeah, that's a question for you.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, we know Fallout Equestria is very violent, gory, inappropriate. But yes. Even though it's going to be on YouTube, we're going to try and stay as accurate to the text as possible. So of course we'll do everything as tastefully as possible, but a huge part of Little Pip's character is that she's so foul-mouthed. So of course we're gonna keep that in. Yes.
I just want to say one thing. Wait until you get the curse of the for kids marking.
Oh, we're gonna do our best to avoid that.
Yeah.
I promise we're gonna do our best to avoid
YouTube
that.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but once the parents start seeing all the little language and stuff in there, they'll switch it right
They
back.
marked Smile HD is for kids for like a week.
Oh yeah. I know Argo, as I said earlier, I know Argo Demon was mad because they had that one with the words and like flourish, saying the F word in the end, and they put that mark for kids. Oh, that made parents real happy.
Yes, right here.
What's your favorite Fallout game and why?
My favorite Fallout what?
Game.
That's a loaded
That's
question.
a good one. I like that.
If you don't take Fallout New Vegas, that's gonna be.
I'm thinking Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah!
I'm gonna say 76, I'm gonna be upset.
Fallout 3!
Yeah!
Honest,
What about Fallout 2?
Fallout 2 is great.
Oh,
I've never played Fallout 2.
Oh.
I played a little bit of Fallout 1, and I couldn't get out of the freaking vault.
Brotherhood of Steel!
And honestly, for me, it's Fallout 4. I know that's a controversial take, but honestly, I fell in love with the characters.
Nuka World is so much fun. You ride a roller coaster.
Bar Harbor is so good.
Yes.
76 is the best.
I'm from New England, so I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm not saying it's the best. It's my favorite.
Dun, dun, dun.
Got any more questions?
What is your favorite Fallout creature? Oh boy, here we go.
Giant gummy. Giant gummy.
I remember having a visceral reaction to Swan in Fallout 4.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I know that's so behemoths in general, but Swan was an actual legitimate. I screamed at my TV and cried a little.
Yes.
Almost a test of floor structure.
I think I like Mirelurks most. They're just like tiny, creepy, they scuttle around.
Tiny? They're not tiny.
I mean, they're huge. They're way bigger than you think they'd be.
Tiny to like a deathclaw maybe, but.
Yes, right here.
In Fallout 4, who's your favorite partner? Also, Piper Wright is the best. I love Piper. I just wanted to say that.
Curie and Piper.
Curie.
That guy who's standing had a question.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite Fallout Equestria side fic? Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm really biased to my own, to be completely honest. Like that's just an honest fact. I'm very proud of it. But I actually haven't read that many sides. It took me forever to read Project Horizons.
You gotta say Project Horizon.
I just finished reading Murky #7. Like I literally listened to the last chapter on my drive here, so I'm a little biased towards that right now. But I've read Project Horizon as well. Yes.
Of the Fallout Equestria audio dramas that have been produced across multiple different production companies over the time in this fandom, which one's your favorite?
I don't think I've listened to many of the audio dramas, but have you guys listened to any of the?
Yes.
What would you say is your favorite?
Honestly, like one of my favorites would be the one that Lone had started.
Yeah.
It was on Lone Writer, our writer for this. He was working on one, and I was actually the voice moment in that, so maybe slightly biased again, but frankly, what they had already produced was really high tier. The others, I know I've listened to them, but I've been in this fandom for so long, everything starts blurring.
For the previous question, this one.
Songs of Hope.
For the previous question, that was my favorite.
What about your favorite audio drama?
Ooh, audio drama?
Yeah.
That would be the original radio play.
Stable Tech Studios.
Yeah, Stable Tech Studios' original radio play. That was the one I was listening to. In fact, some
Oh,
of it was
so
like
good.
the inspiration to how I wanted to do clamming in the first place.
Yep.
What do you think is your favorite chapter or scene to recreate? Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Ooh, that's a good question.
For me, it's gonna be when Calamity and the group get to 10 Pony Tower. Yeah, and they're like, searching his battle saddle, and they want to remove his battle saddle. Yeah, and they just know about the rubber bullets at the time. I can't wait to get to that, because I would love to let that one out. Like, what? Battle saddle.
Honestly, my favorite scene in the entirety of Fallout Equestria comes from Sunshine and Rainbows. Derpy, I've drawn that a couple times myself. That was frankly a moment that I will never forget in Fallout Equestria. That was a moment that really defined exactly what I loved about it. Hope out of despair, frankly. It's a moment where they're in such a difficult position and they manage to pull through and do the impossible.
What's the question? Favorite moment?
Yeah, and that you're looking forward to.
Yes. I think my favorite moment that I'm looking forward to is the part where Little Pip finds out that all of the figurines that she's been collecting have the souls of, or copies of the souls of the main six, and that they've been following her on this whole journey together. It's just such like a cool moment to see, because she's been battling with all of these horrible demons inside, and like all the horrible stuff that's been happening, and then she gets to that point, she's like, oh, like I've never been alone, I have these people who have been following me, I have my friends, like it's such a beautiful moment, and it's like a really coming together of like so many things that were set up before, so that's probably my favorite moment. And I think, yes, the people, yeah.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to you. There you are. Sorry. I can see you.
Should I say quiet?
No, you're good. I just had to get the video back so they can see who was having it. I had the Discord link covering you all up.
You're
good.
And say
you're good.
Favorite,
go ahead if you want.
Oh, okay. And I know this is probably going to sound like a huge cop-out, but technically I would say like exclusively the two chapters really are the ones I'm the most excited about. And the first one, I know I'm biased in this situation, but really the entirety of chapter 21, where Little Pip and her group just have this long conversation with Spike, and yes, I know I'm biased because I'm technically voicing him, but it's just, there's so much heart written into it that every time I listen to it, I just cannot help but cry. The way Spike talks about Twilight and the main sex, it sounds like he's been holding it in ever since he found out that the world was destroyed, and that he's had no one to channel all this guilt into until now, which gets me every time. But I'd say my other favorite moment would honestly have to be the entirety, again, of chapter 37, aka the Shadow of the Ministries, where Pip and the group end up exploring the ruins of Pantry Lot. Because the setting is so ominous. It's this gigantic, regal, destroyed city just filled with almost every possible imaginable horror the Wasteland has to offer. The horrors of the past, the broadcasters, ghouls, just the pink cloud as a concept in general, it's horrifying. It's really horrifying. But all this in this majestic, just awe-inspiring architecture is something I can't wait to put on screen.
I will let the rest of you speak if you want to talk about your favorite moments, but real quick, are there any more questions pertaining to the project itself, or, because we can keep talking about our favorite moments, definitely. We have a lot of time to fill, but any more questions regarding the project? I think there was someone over here, on our left here. Any? Okay. Oh, there is someone way in the back there. Yep. Yep.
In the purple.
So, just curious, is there a way, like, to perhaps, like, join the team or help in any way to support the project?
Yeah, definitely. If you want to join the team, I think probably the easiest way would be to join the Discord on our Twitter, and then I'm in that Discord if you want to just send me a DM, and we can.
So what's the Twitter? Sorry.
FOE Productions.
FOE Animation.
Animation, yeah. FOE Animation.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Wasteland Productions. You'll see some of the art that we've shown today is the header, and all those team intros.
Alright, so heads up as well, I'm having this up for a while. This is at the bottom right here. This is the permanent Discord link to our Discord. So you don't have to worry about if you can't do it in a couple of days, it's not going to disappear on you. So this is the permanent one to join. I want to make sure I get the general Discord because I almost messed up the first time.
Okay, any more questions regarding the project? Yep, right over here.
Do you have any special plans for, because I know that some people like to do weird things with the alicorns with their voices, like have multiple voices or some kind of, I don't know what it would be considered, like a vocoded or something that makes it like echoey or anything like that?
I don't know if we have any plans right now for doing that. Like I said, we're kind of, the way we're kind of approaching this is just like one step at a time, like getting each step done, and then once we reach that, we will definitely, we'll try our best to figure out like, the best solution for that. But
It's definitely an interesting idea though. Like, I definitely some ideas we can take down, we can look into for the future. And as we get closer to, we're like, hey, this person brought up this a while ago, well, we try this, or we would get with our audio team and they would be able to tell us what can we do, what we can't do. Because ultimately they'll be the ones who can decide that in a sense, because they are the ones who know more like the copyright stuff and what we can do and what we'd have to like work to produce or create sounds with, or just, mimic sounds that can make an echo effect. But yeah, it's something we would definitely look forward to down the road as we get to it.
okay. I think we will.
Any other production questions?
Oh, I got something for you. Who here has heard of Hipbug Studios? Anybody by chance? No. No problem, no problem. So for those who haven't heard of Hipbug Studios, they are in animation, I believe, yes.
They're a Russian SFM animation team who is also working on adapting Fallout Equestria. They reached out to us, and we're going to try and do like a dual dubbing sort of thing.
Hell
so
yeah.
our voice acting team will dub their episodes, and their Russian voice acting team will dub our episodes, and so we can, you know, have a greater outreach for both of our organizations and support each other in that.
Yeah. By the way, do check them out because I've looked at it. It's really good. Like, they are smooth in their animation. They are really well dedicated to it. Definitely check them out because, again, we're going to be hopefully collaborating with them with sometime in the future, and we're really excited to work with it alongside them with that.
I'm excited for this project.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you.
Too.
Oh yeah, I'm like super excited.
Honestly, like him, when I found out that I got the part, I was like, yes!
I get it.
So excited. There's a lot of passion on the team. For those that are both present and not.
As soon as you said that, I'm like,
I think it's going to be pretty awesome. They're
Hashtag more worky.
Can I brush turkey?
No, I'm good.
Why am I
With the quick noise, like make little chomping noises, like.
So I think that's kind of it for our panel. You can stick around and we can talk about Fallout and Fallout Equestria and stuff like that.